Quick fact number 5, menstrual cycle. See, I know there are lots of presentations about what is abnormal, but I am going to talk to you about what is normal now so that you will understand abnormal better. Our motto is mainly to spread knowledge. From now on, whatever I'm going to talk is about a woman who menstruates every 20 to 30 days regularly. What is periods? It's also called menses or menstruation. Periods is a process during which women shed blood and tissues from her uterine lining. It starts from her first periods, that is her menarche, and ends when her period stops, that is menopause. Now, this is just a picture to show you that this is the uterus, this is the fallopian tube, ovaries, and this one is here. This is called the female pelvis. That is where it is located. Now, what sheds? I told you it's the uterine lining. See, this is the uterine lining, and this sheds out through the vagina. Many people tell me that it's the uterus which is shedding, it's some dirty blood, it's some unclean blood and all that. Definitely not. This is happening for something very pure. Okay, it is not dirty blood or unclean blood. It is the uterine lining which is shedding for a particular purpose. So how does this uterine lining actually shed? See, it has a very beautiful tendency, Uterine lining has a tendency to grow every cycle. I told you periods less shed. It's going to shed. So what happens during the period free days? There is thickening of the uterine lining. Periods time it sheds. Period free days it thickens. So this cycle of thickening and shedding of the uterine lining is called uterine cycle. Okay, the same picture again. It's showing us during periods there is thinning of the uterine lining, and the period free days there is thickening of the uterine lining. So what basically happens? You're telling me it sheds, it thickens. It cannot simply happen, no? So what is happening during a uterine cycle? Now, as I told you, this is a reproductive woman menstruating regularly every 28 to 30 days. In such women, usually the periods are divided into first half and second half. And there are two main hormones, estrogen and progesterone. First half of the cycle, estrogen will take care. Second half of the cycle, progesterone will take care. And this both are divided mainly by an event called ovulation. This ovulation will be explained later. Now, day 1 of her period is considered as the first day of her cycle. That is when the shedding starts. Simultaneously, estrogen also starts increasing in the body and thickens the uterine wall. After the event of ovulation, progesterone starts increasing in the body and it maintains the uterine wall. Then what happens at one point of time, estrogen, progesterone both will fall and there is menstruation. Okay, see, this is the same thing. Don't get scared about all this. There is periods, then there is estrogen increasing in the body, the uterine lining is thickening. Then there is ovulation. The progesterone is maintaining the uterine lining or thickening also. At one point of time, see, estrogen, progesterone all drop down. Then you have your periods. And this cycle is called uterine cycle. Now we're talking about estrogen and progesterone. Where did that come from? Is the uterus producing it? No, it is mainly secreted by ovaries. So ovaries control the uterus somehow, right? So who is guiding the ovaries to secrete? It's the brain. So brain secretes certain hormones which helps the ovaries secrete certain hormones. That in turn helps the uterus to thicken and thin. It's also called the endometrium or the ET. So this is a circuit. Okay, the same picture. Brain secreting hormones which helps secreting ovary estrogen and progesterone, which helps the uterus to maintain its cycle. This is a circuit. When there is disturbance hormonally, not only these hormones, there are other hormones also, thyroid, prolactin, or structurally or emotionally, that is stress, obesity, that is when you end up in having problems like menstrual problems and infertility. So you spoke about brain and ovaries and hormones and everything. All this is just for me to bleed at the end. Is that the purpose? I'm losing nutrition, I have so much pain, my work day is gone, everything is gone. So is that the only purpose of it? Do you think so? Definitely not. What is the main purpose of a human reproductive system? It is to procreate, that is, to make babies. So, the main purpose of uterine cycle is to get the uterus ready to receive the baby every cycle. That is why it thickens. It forms a bag of nutrition, a bed of nutrition. And if that doesn't happen, it ends as periods. So periods is secondary. For us, every cycle, the main part is to form the bed of nutrition. So now all the time you spoke about uterus getting ready, but where does this baby come from? So you know that the baby is for forming a baby. Okay. All this while you just spoke about uterus getting ready, right? So where does this baby come from? You know, for a baby to form, you need egg and a sperm. Sperm is from the male, so let's talk about the egg. Where does this egg come from? It comes from the ovaries. And to understand about this, you need to know about two things. One is called ovarian cycle, the other is called ovulation. So what is ovarian cycle? Like I told you, in uterus there's uterine cycle, in ovaries it is ovarian cycle. The uterine cycle and the ovarian cycle move in synchrony. That means they move together, because I told you that there is a bed waiting. So that should be the right time the baby should come and sit in the bed. Otherwise, if it comes during the periods, it will not happen. No. So when the bed is ready, that is when the baby should also form. So there is a synchrony with the uterine cycle. So this is an ovary. There are a number of small follicles. Follicles now, they are bags with egg. Okay, millions are there. Every cycle, one or two become bigger and bigger and bigger. See, there's a big one with an egg inside. At one point of time, they rupture. The same thing. They grow bigger. The follicle grows bigger and bigger and bigger. They rupture to give the egg. Okay, and this rupturing is called ovulation. After ovulation, I told you which hormone? Progesterone takes over. So till ovulation, it's the estrogen. Next, after ovulation is the progesterone. Now, what is ovulation? The egg is out now. The egg which is out moves into the fallopian tube, and it is waiting for whom? For sperm. So if you're a sexually active woman and sperms are deposited in the vagina, they come and meet the egg, and there is an embryo formed. This embryo will go and sit into the bed, that uterine bed. And if this happens, you get pregnant. And if this doesn't happen, that is, if there's no sperm deposited, or if the sperm is not able to reach the egg, then no baby is formed. So the main purpose of the reproductive system being to have a baby, the ovary gets upset, the uterus gets upset. That's why they stop producing all the hormones, everything drops down, and you end up having periods. So all of you understood what is uterine cycle, ovarian cycle, and you should remember the circuit: brain, ovaries, and the uterus. Any disturbance emotionally, hormonally, or structurally can cause disturbance in the normal pattern. Many of you tell, please take scan, ma'am. That is enough. I have period problem. Just take me scan. Take a scan. That is not going to happen. Okay. So what do we need to remember? We need to remember the circuit: brain, ovaries, and the uterine circuit. Any disturbance emotionally, hormonally, or structurally in this circuit can cause disturbance in the normal pattern. Seringla, that is when you'll have menstrual problems or infertility. So many a times people come and ask me to just do a scan for their menstrual problems. So that will not help, right? Because you have hormonal issues, emotional issues. So that is why there'll be a list of investigations you may have to do. Okay. Next, coming to what is normal menstrual bleeding. Many people come to me and tell I have 25 days cycle. Many people tell me that I have a period in the starting of the month and the ending of the month. I don't think it's normal. That's what they come and tell me. But what is the normal pattern? Periods have to be regular. Their frequency, that is, how often should they come? The range is 21 to 35 days. How many days should the periods be? 3 to 7 days per cycle. How many pads should we be using? 3 to 4 pads per day. There should not be any clots and they should not have excessive pain during the periods. This is the pattern of a normal menstrual bleeding. And you told me something about ovulation, right? So for whom will this be important? Mainly for infertility patients, okay? For them, if they're not able to conceive, we'll explain this to them. Usually it is, when does the ovulation occur? It occurs around 12 to 14 days before the next cycle. Okay, so for example, if you have a 35-day regular cycle, you need to minus 12 from 35 and 14 from 35, and that is when you'll get 21 to 23rd day. So your ovulation may occur somewhere there, but calculating for every single person is difficult, so we give a wide range of 11 to 21 days. This is called the fertile period. Next, what is pain during periods? What is normal? Okay, it is called dysmenorrhea. Everybody will express different levels of pain during periods. Some will have mild discomfort, some will have severe pain. So what is normal? Pain starting a day or two before the periods, lasting day or two into the periods, and reducing considerably after that is considered to be normal. If it lasts throughout the period with severe pain, not allowing you to do any work, this is called abnormal pain. What is normal white discharge per vagina? Minimal white discharge is common, and white discharge considerably have changes throughout the cycle in color and consistency. When the white discharge wets your innerwear and has a very foul smell, which is curdy white sometime, is considered to be abnormal. So all this while I spoke to you about what is normal. Now this slide is just to end it up. When should you see a doctor? If your periods are irregular, if your period comes every 21 days, less than 21 days, or every more than 35 days, if it lasts only for 2 days or more than 8 days, if you're using more than 5 pads per day, if you're changing pad every hour, if you need double protection like 3 pads, they pile up pads, or pad and tampon together, if you're passing clots, clots small size doesn't matter, if they're about 1 inch size it matters, and if you have bleeding and spotting in between the cycles, in between the period free times, you should not bleed. Okay, if you bleed, it's abnormal. Bleeding after sex, if you have excessive white discharge per vagina, if the pain lasts throughout the periods, and if you have infertility issues. All this, if any of this you have, please meet your doctor. Next quick fact being about excessive per vaginal bleeding. Thank you.